Before I go any further, I just want to state I love both of my girls. Nobody else loves me. I know for sure they love me. I am so glad that I have them. I'm so grateful for them every day. They love me in the best way on my worst day. So anyways, hey lovely, welcome to my channel. It's your virtual sister Jasmine Love, coming at you with another video. I am a black mother raising mixed kids. I have 2 daughters, and to clarify, one of my daughters is actually mixed. She's biracial. She's mixed with Hispanic. Of course, her dad is Hispanic and then I'm black. Her sister is black like me, right? So I wanted to touch on this topic because it's a very sensitive topic. You kind of have to have thick skin. As a mother, I'm already sensitive because, you know, people are always judging you based on just little things, what they feel like you should be doing as a mom. And I've noticed that as a mom with my first daughter, having to be a mom is it can be very sensitive. And it's hard to live a private life because people are always in your business. They always want to call you for the kids and this, that, and the third. But that's neither here nor there. I noticed once I had my second daughter, my biracial child, things were just a little bit more intense. Not too bad, but let me explain. Just quick background story for anyone that's wondering, how did you end up with a mixed child? You know, I had one relationship with my oldest daughter's father. Didn't work, long story short. And my second daughter's father got into a relationship with her father. We're no longer today, but that's what happened. It's life. It can happen for anyone. I feel like mainly people of color, they're the ones who tend to judge me the most. Maybe I've been judged by other people of other races as well, but no one's never said anything, but I hear it more from people of color. But anyways, moving forward, I've noticed that as a black mother raising one black child and another child that's mixed, the relationship between me and my girls, we're pretty close, you know? And I make sure that no one's singled out, especially like when we go out in public, you know, people, I could tell they get confused. Like yesterday I take both of my girls to the salon to get their hair braided. They get their hair done at the same time, side by side, or one chair across from each other, whatever, they're in the same room, right? This one lady, she was talking to my youngest daughter, the mixed girl. She was saying, "Oh, you're so cute." And so I'm standing there. Can you close the door, please? Thank you. And then she's looking at me like she's trying to figure it out. She's looking at me like, she was like, "Is that your daughter?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then she's looking at me like, and I'm like, okay. People, they act like it's impossible to mix breed, to cross breed. Like, come on. Yes, she is very light skinned, but at the same time, that's my daughter. You know, like I birthed her, I brought her into the world. You know, sometimes people don't always come out looking like literally half and half. Sometimes other people have stronger genes than others. But then she seen my other daughter and she was like, "Is that your daughter too?" And I was just like, "Yeah." So I'm gonna be honest. So moments like these I used to try to avoid. I used to be ashamed of, okay? Like I used to be self-conscious about, like, people are judging me when they see my kids. They might think like I'm some type of hoe or something, but at the same time, I know what happened. I know my life and how things played out, and I know how I got here, how I ended up with 2 kids, mixed races, right? It took a while for me to just not really worry about that, but now I'm finally at a point where it's just like, you could fuck off. You can go somewhere with that, right? You can look. So I might be on edge a little bit, but I'm tired of just the ignorance. Like, I've had a family member, shout out to Jeffrey if you're watching this, love you, cuzzo, but he told me, y'all, stop messing up the bloodline. Stop messing up the bloodline. Okay. Mind you, my daughter is in the room playing, like, whatever that means. Basically, long story short, I can only take these comments and opinions and the ignorance, I can only take it from a grain of salt. It's gonna require thick skin from this point, because some people are just ignorant. Just because you don't talk to people of other races doesn't mean that that applies to everyone else. You know, whatever. Let's talk about favoritism. I noticed that there are some people that just gravitate more to one child than the other. I've seen a couple of people, they'll gravitate more to my oldest daughter. I remember there was an individual that told me that they think that my oldest daughter is jealous of my youngest daughter because of her parents. Mind you, my daughter is 6. I know my child, and I can assure you, she is not jealous of anybody else. If anything, she might be jealous of, oh, why does she get to play with that toy? And why does she get to have this? And I don't get to, like, of course, like, kids do it, you know, she's at the age. But she's not jealous of hair. She doesn't care about that, matter of fact. She doesn't care about skin tone, hair. All she knows is that's her sister. And so I'm just thinking, like, I think you're jealous of my daughter. Like, for real. We don't even have that type of environment in our home. Like, she kind of showed the oldest favoritism. But what I do is, if you can't love both of my kids equally or treat them both equally, you don't get to interact with neither one. You just don't. I'm recording. I don't get no privacy around here. At the end of the day, I love my girls. I'm grateful for my girls. And I'm just interested to see how they're gonna grow up. My mission is to make sure that they love themselves, that they're not jealous of anyone, that they embrace who they are, and that they surround themselves around people who accept them and love them. I'm always going to protect them. I'm always going to love them, of course. But now I'm just going overboard.